Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's tbAnalyst here. In this video we will see how we can create a GitHub account and use this account to create a code space in which we can launch Visual Studio Code to run Python code without the need to install anything locally on your device. So let's get started. First, go to your favorite browser. For me it's Google Chrome. Okay, and if we go here to github.com, this is the landing page. Okay, and you can see here on the top right corner, sign in or sign up. So if it is your first time, click on sign up. And from here you will have two options. The first is to sign up for GitHub using your Google account. Okay, or you can provide an email and choose a password for this email. Okay, and here you choose a username, but note that this username must be unique across all GitHub accounts. If you tried to use a username that is already taken, you will not be permitted to select it or choose that username. So it must be a unique username. Okay, and down here you can choose whatever country you are in. Okay, and then here you check this or uncheck it depending on whether you want to receive updates from GitHub or not, and then you click on create account. Okay, but for me I will not create a new one because I already have one, so I will close this incognito browser, and from here I will go to github.com. Okay, so here is my GitHub account, and from here you can click on create a repository. So you can think of a repository as a folder that contains all your work and all your files. Okay, so click on create repository, and then from here you choose a repository name. So let's try practice, for example. Okay, so this is the repository name. Okay, and this is owner, it's me, tbAnalyst. Okay, and here you can write a short description for this repo. So this repo is created for the Python course. Okay, any descriptions that you want, and from here you set your configuration. So the first one is choose the visibility, and you have two options, public or private. So I want my repository to be public so that anyone can access its files and see its content, but you can choose private if you want. Okay, and if you choose private, your repository will be private. Only you or the ones you provided access will be able to see your code and your files. Okay, then second one is add a readme file. Okay, so switch this to on to have a readme file which will contain this description up here. Then add .getignore, this set to no, so leave it as is. Okay, this getignore thing has to deal with get commands, and if you want a separate course on get commands, kindly leave a comment and I will work on that. Then you add a license to your repository, so I will go with the MIT license. Okay, then just click on create repository. Okay, so now the repository has been created, and if you go here up here to the URL, you can find here github.com. after that slash and your user name. So I said this should be unique, and after that you get the name of your repository. Okay, you can see here the files you created, the license file and the readme file. So if you click on the license file, you can see here this is the license file by MIT. Okay, let's go back and click on the readme file. Okay, you can see here this is the practice repository, the name of the repo, and beneath it the description we added. Okay, so till now we have seen how to create a GitHub account and a GitHub repository. So let's now see how we can create a GitHub code space to be able to type and run your code on the cloud without the need to install anything locally. Okay, so up here from the plus sign, click on it. Okay, and from here you choose new code space. Okay, just like this, from the plus sign up here, and click new code space. So this will create a code space for you, and you will first get some options. The first one is the repository to be cloned into your code space. So which repository that you want to tie this code space to. So I will choose this repository that we have just created. Okay, and then you choose the branch, leave it as the main branch. Okay, and then this is the region of your virtual machine, so it will be Europe West. Okay, you can change it, but I will leave it as is. And you can see here bunch more: Southeast Asia, US West, US East, and so on, but I will leave it at Europe West. And the last one is choose the machine type. You have a 2-core machine with 8 GB of RAM and 32 GB. Okay, and the second one is for core from 16 GB RAM and 32. So I will select the 4-core because it is better. Okay, and after that just click on create code space. So this will direct you to the new code space, but this will take a moment until the virtual machine is set up for you. So I will pause the video now and come back when the machine is already set for me. So now it is all set for me, and I can see now the Visual Studio Code opened for me. So you can see here the 2 files we created when we were creating the repository. Okay, and if you click here on this explorer, so you will get it like this, minimized. Okay, so you have a larger screen size, and this is the repo tied to your code space. So I can just close this if I want, and down here we have the terminal that we will use to run commands. Okay, and you can see here a new feature, which is Copilot AI agent that you can use and chat with. Okay, but I am not interested in this, so I will just close it from here, and let's go to the terminal and create a new file. So code hello.py, just like this. So we use the code command to open a file that is already exist in your files, or just type a new file name and it will open a blank file for you. So I name my file hello.py, and .py is an extension for Python. Okay, so press enter, and now we are here in the file. So I will just print something like this: print hello world. Okay, and note up here this circle here. So you need to save your file, so press on Ctrl S, So now it is saved, okay? And I can run this file from the terminal down here using Python, and then after that you type the name of the file, hello.py, just like this, and press enter. So now the file has run and the output here, hello world. Okay, but you can also create a file from the explorer here. So let's click on this. Okay, note now we have here hello.py file added. So let's create another one from here next to your main practice repository and the code space. You can see here you can add a file or a folder or refresh it. Okay, so I will create a new file. So just click on this, and from here let's name this, for example, first.py, and then press enter. The file has been created and opened for you. So let's try something like this for num in range 1,11, print that num. Okay, and let's again run this file now from the terminal here, Python first, and you can just type the beginning of your file name and press on tab on your keyboard, and this will auto-complete the file name for you. So I will now press tab, and you can see here the name of the file is auto-completed for me. If I press enter, this prints the numbers from 1 through 10. Okay, and of course we will see this later in the course. Okay, but let's now try adding a new folder. So let's add a folder here. Let's name it something like Python, or not Python, let's name it test. So now I have a folder or a directory named test. If I want to create a file that is inside this test folder, all I need is to right click on it, just like this, and from here we can allow this. Okay, so let's allow it, and then you can see here you can create a new file or another folder inside this folder. So I will create a new file. Okay, so I will name this inner, for example, inner.py, just like this, and press enter. Okay, and from here let's write some Python code. So for example, print hello, and this time let it be hello Pythonista. Okay, just like this. And down here, this is the terminal. If you want to clear your terminal, you just use the clear command. And if you want course on basics of command line interface, just leave a comment and I will work on that. So use the clear command and press enter. So this will clear your terminal. Okay, and now let's try to run this file inner.py. So let's do it. If I just use it like this, Python of inner.py, press enter, you can see here no output, and the output of hello Pythonista wasn't printed to the screen. This is because to run this file I should be in its directory. So as you can see the error here, Python can't open file. Here is the name, or here is the path to the file workspaces in practice in inner.py. Okay, so the file is not here, no such file or directory. So to run it, we need to get the full path of this file. So do it like this, Python, and after that we know that inner file is inside this test folder. So we need to do it like this, test. Okay, and then after that the name of the file, so inner.py, just like this. Okay, and I used here tab for auto completion and press enter. So now you can see here hello Pythonista printed to the screen. So we need to provide the full path. Okay, so let's now add the Python extension, our code space. If you note here now we don't have here anything, but after we install the Python extension we will get here a run button, which we can just click on it to run our code without the need to do this here Python and then the name of the file. Okay, so you can do this by adding the extension. So go to extensions here and up here search for Python. Here it is, and make sure that you install the Python which is provided by Microsoft. So click on install. This will install Python extension and also the Python debugger for you. Okay, we are done. Okay, let's again minimize this, and you can see here this is opened for you, the Python extension with some info in here. Okay, but I am not interested in that, so just click on the X here. Okay, and now we can see here the play button, and it is saying to you run Python file. Okay, so we can use this to run the Python file. Let's first clear our terminal. Okay, we are in hello.py. Let's run it from here, and you can see here hello world printed to the screen. And if we go to the first.py, this prints numbers from 1 to 10. So let's again click on this play button. Okay, so you can now see here the numbers from 1 to 10 printed. And if we go here to inner.py and again click on this play button, you can see it is also printed, and hello Pythonista is printed to the screen without the need to provide the full path to this inner file using the Python command in the terminal. Okay, so we can just use this and click on it to run the file. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in upcoming videos. Thanks and goodbye.